our land. Now we go save her. If you know the dapper, better get your PVC. You know the dapper, better get your PVC. You know the dapper, better get your PVC. You know the dapper, better get your PVC.
Make it no be like I no tell you. Make it no be like saying about they wear you. Everybody, mama and papa, maybe we can clear you. So you know go be like say we no help you. Get your PP, get your PVC, get your PP, get your PVC.
You know the dapper, better get your PVC. You know the dapper, better get your PVC. You know the dapper, better get your PVC. You know the dapper, get your PVC.
Outside Igbo and Yoruba.
Nigeria country, Nigeria country, Nigeria country, Nigeria country.
Everybody go for your PVC. I beg. Don't say no the japa. For your PVC. One love.
Okay.
Yes, if you know the japa, collect your PVC. that's the brand new song by Anietie Bature, just trying to get in the season to tell everybody if we want this Nigeria to change, we got to change them. Collect your PVC.
Yes.
Be the change that you want to see. I'm waxing lyrical like that.
Good evening, and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. And yes, we're excited this time. We have our friends on IG.
Yeah,
and
IG
on YouTube and
people.
on Facebook. Yes. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Debbie, welcome.
Debbie, our number one fan. There's some people on IG too.
Sagazino, and I see Buchi. Yes, on IG. Yes, we have. This is going to be interesting. So today we have a really, should I say, on fire topic. But before we get there, please, everyone, I know you've seen the topic already, right? But this is a time for you to share, and get so many others to join this call, because this matter, we don't want to hear from one or two people. We want to hear from many people. I mean, the feedback we have already gotten before the show started, gives us an indication that this topic is hot. It's like smoking hot on fire, red flames all the way. Yes, so please share and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, because we have a new series for this month. And the series is what? Breaking the table series.
we don't just want to remove the legs of the table. We want to break it.
Yes,
we want to talk the real issues. We want to say what is going on.
Yes.
Why are men not getting married? That's the first one they say we should talk about. And we are going by popular demand, right? And when you come on the show, you can also tell us the direction that you are thinking and which direction you want us to go. We have the series lined up for the month, and it's going to be explosive. Every Saturday, you can use us to set your clock. So, okay, once it's 8 o'clock, you will see us. So once you see us, you just know it's 8 o'clock.
Yes. So welcome to everyone who is joining us today. My camera for IG is a little bit further back, so I can't wave to everyone like I would love to.
But I wave to them.
Yes, we can wave with our hands. We acknowledge you. Mostly we see you. Shido, we see you, and so on. And Debbie, thanks once again for being the first to join us on YouTube.
Yeah, so we're here, and we're ready to go.
Okay.
Why are guys not getting married? And why is this a serious issue? So for everyone who has joined, please, on whatever platform you're on, you can start typing some of the reasons you know why guys are not getting married.
But why is it a problem?
Mm.
It's a problem because in so many places you find people saying stuff like, I want to get married, but I can't find guys. Sometimes they'll organize singles hangouts and so on, and you're expecting that you're going to see guys show up. But some people say sometimes it turns to women's fellowship because so many ladies show up, but then you don't see so many guys. And it's now an issue of what's really going on here. Where are the brothers? Where are the men? Where are the guys? Because at least when you go to primary school, you have a certain number of people, right, that are there. You have children, male and female, right? And you can see it's, well, an almost even mix, right? And you go through to secondary school, you see a good proportion, male, female. You come through to university, you see it. But then by the time it's time for us to say, okay, if we are progressing through life, at just about the same rate, when we get to the point where we have where we're talking about getting married, then you should have an almost equal proportion of men and women showing up with the interest to get married. But instead, what we are seeing is women, 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 and then it's like the men are missing. So what's going on?
If they will allow me to speak on behalf of men, even though they have said I should not speak, that men themselves,
must speak for themselves.
Men them must speak.
Somebody has already started speaking. We'll soon get there.
I am a bloody married man. What do I know? What do I know? So men them wanted to speak, and we actually have some feedback. In fact, the first one. Let me start. The first one that I got is that, very simply, the guy responded. He said, "Women are too much wahala." Where do you want to go?
I got that as well. In fact, the person who sent it to me said women have too much wahala, including you.
So women are too much wahala.
Oh my goodness.
These are the things we're going to be reading, the things we're going to be discussing are things that single guys have sent to us. Some of them are funny. This one is simple, like women have wahala, and you can argue it both ways. But some of them are serious.
Some are serious. This one you should share, this the tip of the iceberg. But it's interesting because Jimoski is ready today. He says, I'm here for the matter and the matter.
Hey, it is well. It is
oh
well.
My
it is
goodness.
Well.
This is going to be interesting.
Jimoski is here for the matter. In that case, if you want to sign in, if you want to join the live conversations on YouTube or Facebook, we can send a link. On IG, you can just send us a chat, but on YouTube, on Facebook, we can send you the link, and my guys will just post the link in the comment section, and you can click the link and join us live in the studio. We have Mayowa backstage. Mayowa, what do you have to say about this matter that Jimoski is here for? Mayowa, are you on? Can you hear us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, it's good to be back again this evening. So good to see you guys. The quality is excellent. So good points for the audio and the video quality. We celebrate grace.
Oh, nice.
We just keep moving. We keep moving.
Right. So I would this evening. I'm with Jimoski on this matter. We are here, and yes, women are a lot of while. It's just like you use your money and go and buy a job for yourself. But we love them regardless. We love them regardless. But in this age and time, I'm very sure there are a lot of reasons that people are not getting married. Number one is the whole headache of finding the right person. Who is this person I can actually sacrifice to spend my whole lifetime with? And then I'm sure that whatever happens, and okay, this is my choice and I'm going to live with it. I'm going to make sure that there's no divorce option. This is just me and this person. We are good to go. And then also, obviously, the financial implications. Dollar is around 700 now. So so things are expensive. Don't worry, I'm still going to come in towards the end. I'm really interested to hear what Jimoski has to say. So I'm sure it's going to be very interesting in the background today. Thanks for letting me in, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much, Maiwa. So Maiwa has pointed out, first of all, the challenge of finding the right person. That was the first one he mentioned.
Finding the right
person. And then he also mentioned dollar.
Mm.
Dollar is affecting a lot of things, the price of food in the market, and from some responses we've gotten, it is also affecting bride price.
It's affecting bride price.
So before you even start talking about the wedding plan and your budget, there is the issue of bride price, and dollar is affecting bride price as well. This is unbelievable. Well, but it's happening and we are seeing it. So it's something that needs to be addressed. Anyway, so
before we move on, let me take some of the comments
yeah,
that are coming in. Some of the comments that are coming in. Kingsley says,
no, Debbie said financial.
Debbie said financial issues. Debbie said financial issues. And Kingsley answered that we have rich men who are not married, actually. You know, okay. Abasiono says, some men are scared of taking responsibilities as a father. See, Abasiono, please stay on the line, because this particular issue that you raised, I wish you could come backstage and defend it, because I'm going to read something for you that some men have posted, have sent to my timeline and online, that some men have said, okay, about this issue we are discussing. But this one, I'm going to start this message and just keep it there. You know, we'll come back to it. Peace says, some men are scared of commitment. In fact, most men. Says most men. Peace wants to remove one leg of the table, but we are getting there. Peace, just be around though, because there's something. They say I shouldn't talk because I'm a bloody married man. What I know. But please just be around, because I need you to respond to some of the things you're going to hear that we're going to read.
Okay.
Helen Ibibom says, some women are really hard to live with, so the guys are taking time to choose right in order not to make a lifetime mistake. So it's a case of, if you miss this, you mix it. So the guys don't want to make a lifetime mistake. So people they're asking for the link to come backstage. We'll drop the StreamYard link. You can just click on it. You can click on it. And
Timora says this piece has come, and she's not peaceful today.
Okay, all right. But let me take one. Right, and because of certain reasons, some of the guys, I can't call their name. I wish I could call their name, but I can't call their name. So let me just. But if you are bold enough, if you are brave enough as a guy, you want to come in, the link has been posted on the discussion. You can just click the link. You will come in backstage. We'll see you and we'll hear your voice. We would like to hear your voice, guys, ladies. Would like to hear your voice. One of them said, bros, there are two main reasons from a man's point of view. Number one, the quality of the product has diminished. I'm pausing for effect. The
quality of the product. So now when you say that, I'm wondering, is it the quality of marriage or is it the quality of the women?
Is the women need? You say, why are men not getting married? You say the quality of the product has diminished. That the quality of women has come down. It's hard to. In fact, this one that, let me stop this quality of product. Let me read what another guy says about this quality of product.
Okay.
Now he says, the reason women are not getting married is because there is a lack of quality women. He's very clear.
Lack
of quality women. He says this may come as a surprise, but men have standards too. We need a partner that is attractive. No, it may come as a surprise to women, because everybody thinks that it's just women that knows that has a standard for the right.
You really like what this person is saying. You're even.
I'm talking for the guys. I'm talking for the guys.
Go ahead.
Yes. They said that it may come as a surprise, because most women think that men don't have standards. He said, but we need a partner that is attractive, reliable, and actually knows something about home arts, about things in the home. There are too many promiscuous women with too many bad choices, bad debt, bad habits that are behind them. In fact, unappealing habits. We can't afford to waste our time on losers. No
Whoa.
man wants to be a woman's 20th, 40th, or 60th choice of sex partner.
So that guy is trying to say he's looking for a woman that is not promiscuous. He's looking for
he's not asking for tier rubber, right? But at
but he
least I
doesn't
don't want
want
to be
he
number
doesn't want to be
20
number 20 or
or
40 or
number
60.
40 or number
So he's
60.
hoping she still has some degree of value so that he will be like number 5 or something.
That's why I say the lack of quality, right?
Mm.
He says, we don't want to be a daddy to someone else's kids. Don't go there, sir. Don't go there. He says, we don't want a feminist. Bros, it's okay. We need a woman that conducts herself with class and trustworthiness. See, this what I've just read is a brother that posted it.
Okay. All right. So ladies, I hope people are hearing. Because that list is very long. In fact, it's the kind of list that
You need to analyze.
Since the name is not there, it's the kind of list that we should copy and paste so that
they will
some
read it
ladies
back.
can take it and start checking. Is this guy making sense?
Is he
Should we
making
listen
sense?
to him? But while I'm listening to the guy speaking freely, what I always it reminds me of something back in the day when they used to also tell us that all the good guys are taken. Back then, when they say all the good guys are taken, and they will say it as if in fact there's no good man anywhere, just to settle with the one you can find, the one you manage to find. So it seems like that ideology is still out there, that there's some kind of scarcity. Scarcity, or because if you ask women now, they'll tell you they find it difficult to find good men.
No.
Now men are saying they find it difficult to find good women.
But Babi, this thing that you're seeing is a general something. But I like where this guy is going, and I need the women to respond to this, because we are asking why. Because a lot of ladies we ask, that we're counseling and stuff, they tell you, there's no men are not there. Who is talking? Please let me go to the chat. Let me go to the chat.
Peace.
Let me go to the chat. Wait.
I'm just going to wait for you to get there.
Yes.
To read what she said.
Peace says, everybody are saying women have wahala in this life. Who not get wahala? Quite all right. Women think too far, nag too much, and a lot more. But men do so too. So it's vice versa. It's general, not just women, Biko. I hear your answer. Please respond to what this guy is saying. He's saying there's a lack of quality women. He's saying he doesn't want to be 20th, 40th, or 60th. You know now. He's saying he wants women that are attractive but have class.
Have class.
Have class.
And he said something about home art. Is it the same person?
Yes, it's the same person that the women should have home art.
Please, where is the subject? Is it offered in secondary school?
No, now it's offered in the kitchen.
It's offered in the home.
In the home.
So that is if you're fortunate to have someone to teach you that. And if you decided to learn, because sometimes you have people who are
Obon with Mama in the building. We celebrate grace.
Yes, so because sometimes you have people who are would like to. I don't know if it's Some daughters will just say they're not learning.
This is ready. What these guys are saying, the guys are talking, and Jimoski is in the building. I hope Jimoski can share.
I'm sure he's priming his pump. Very soon he'll come and.
Please say lack of quality women. Say this one pay me, gone. Pay me. Helen has this. And it says because of the financial situation in the country, the men have decided to turn on their frustration on women by being abusive. No lady wants to settle down with an abuser. True point.
You see, Ba? Okay. Helen, thank you for sharing. You know what me I'm just looking at is what people are saying, right? And I'm looking at the fact that different from the different things people are saying, it looks as if, it's so hard to find a good woman. And here, it's so hard to find a good guy. I still choose to believe that good women and good guys are out there. It cannot be that everything is bad. But yes, let us hear what some of the issues are, so that just in case you were treading on the path that you now see that guys are saying that are labeling as bad, and you were thinking is okay, then at least you know you have an issue. And ladies, this is why we all need to listen, okay? Because you may say, I am this, I am that, this is how I choose to live my life. But if during the course of this discussion, you find out that your choice is being viewed by majority of the men as unacceptable if they were to think of settling down with you or getting married to you, then you have some further thinking to do.
You
Some
have more
further,
thinking,
yes,
yeah, you have more
yes,
thinking
you
to
have
do.
to actually go and sit down
Jimoski
and
is in
think
the
about it.
building. I would want to find
Hell,
out if he's
everybody,
here.
wear
Jimoski,
your helmet. To
Jimoski,
All right. Good evening,
is
guys.
there
good
good
evening.
evening?
Good.
Is there a leg of the table you want to handle?
Please just let me read
In fact,
something from.
you guys have broke all the Lego. I'm just starting to see if there's any pieces I can break.
You can carry.
Oh, Jimoski,
Okay,
1 minute.
Jimoski, hold on. We
So
want to
someone
say a
says,
comment from
wait,
Instagram.
yes. So someone said, wait, he wants a woman that has class. What is the definition of class? Mbok? Then it says, good women are out there, but they are very few, sha. And then says, I come in peace.
You come in
Okay, all
peace.
right.
All
Thank you
right,
so much for
Jimoski.
sharing.
Thank you for
Jimoski, over
sharing.
to you.
Jimoski,
All right.
All
over to
right.
you.
Thank you. My own reason why guys are not getting married is number one, financial issue can be a challenge as well. That's number
Mm-hmm.
one. Number two, the lady nowadays they don't want to get married. They just want to have wedding. So there's different between having a wedding and getting married. I'm sure you guys understand. So they always dream about wedding. Like for example, Mercy Chinwo and Pastor Bless married wedding is now a dream of some lady wedding now. So even if a guy is discussing wedding issue to them or marriage issue to them, their mind is always big up there. So financial issue and we literally just want to have wedding is one of the more reason. It's not that there are
Mm.
good girls are not outside there. There are good girls out there. In fact, there are many good girls outside there. There are many good ladies outside there. But when you get to wedding issue or marriage issue, there's always a choice that a lady come up with that sometimes if the guy pocket is not strong enough or stamina enough, and the guy will just
Mm.
be like, "Ah, let me just hold back." So ladies should try to bring their expectation down towards wedding, not marriage. Marriage is a journey, but the aspect of having a wedding is where most guy cannot carry. That's why it is some guy will just go and give a lady pregnancy, and when she get pregnant, then maybe it's that time he can now use the advantage of claiming her as a wife. I think that's what most guys are doing now. And for some of us that don't want to
Right.
do that, we are okay. Then the second point is this, and sorry for the guy, but the second point is that some of the guy we just want to test small. Let's see how the markets look like. Let's see how the trade market look like. Let us
Our
test to
market.
see how the market look
Our
like.
market.
So that's it. It's not that we are not ready. It's not that we are not capable. It's not that we are financially we are not strong. But it's good to test around because ladies are beautiful. Sometimes when you are seeing some beautiful ladies, that you get confused. You look at this one today, and today you will like, I like this one. But when you look at another one, you get confused, and that's it. So these are challenges that some of us are facing. But I strongly believe that guys want to get married, but the ladies should try and bring their expectation down small towards wedding, not towards marriage. And like I said before, testing is allowed. Please, guys want to test, guys want to play, guys want to have fun, and these are some of the reasons can be challenged. Thank you. I may come back again on the show.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank
Wow.
you so much, Jimoski. So Jimoski
Wow.
has mentioned three key things. First, the financial, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and then that women are more interested in the wedding than the marriage. And then he has cited Mercy Chinwo's recent marriage as wedding as one, right? That has now become a standard dream
Mm.
wedding. I want it to
Mm.
be like this, that, that. I want to have three dresses. I want the cake to be this high. I want the venue and
Mm.
so on.
Mm.
And all of those things equal to money, money, money. So the dream wedding becomes a threat to the guy's pocket. That this is what Jimoski is telling us. And he also says there's confusion in the market. When
Mm.
the guy decides I want to explore my options and he sees number one and is trying to get excited, and the next moment he sees another and then another and then another, and then he just gets lost. He's just like lost in the market. He's just browsing. Oh my goodness. And unfortunately, if it was just that they were just browsing and going, it would have been a little easier for somebody to pull them out. But when some people are browsing and they are doing like Spider-Man, one web here, another, what they call it, another link, and links everywhere, you become so entangled, it's difficult to get out. So, yes, there's confusion in the marketplace for some men. These are the challenges that Jimoski has shared with us. Thank you so much, Jimoski. Those were really insightful. Thank you. Okay, so somebody says on IG the man on phone is making serious sense. Somehow,
It's making serious sense.
serious sense.
It's making serious sense.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
We have Toby backstage.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take some comments, but let's let Toby share his point of view,
Okay.
and then we will take some more comments, because the comment line is burning up. It's burning up. Oh, Toby, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Mm.
We can
We
hear
can
you
hear
loud and
you.
clear. Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
All right, so I'll just go straight to the point. Although I have a
Mm.
couple of things I would want to say, but they're too plenty, sha, but I'll try and streamline them into
But
points.
you can just
Okay.
give us two. After the two, then maybe if we still have time after the show, you can still come back to see what you can add.
All right. So let me just give two for now. So okay, no, not two. Someone that talked about financial issues. That's key. Then I would like to start from the traditional issues. So there's the traditional angle as well. So the reason I say the traditional angle is because from what we know, what we've learned, traditions have really not changed over time. Okay,
Mm.
but what has changed over time is the price. All right, in the early
We're talking
1970,
bride price here.
1980, in the early 1970, it was still the same tradition. Bride price was probably 50 kobo or 10 kobo, or what do you have now? But right now, the same tradition is now getting up to 1 million, 2 million, and all that. So
Ew.
I think I think that's also a key issue. Then secondly, um I'll call this one lack of someone. I think someone said it, lack of quality women. Yes.
Mm.
Now, if we're looking at the statistics, if we're looking at, I know there are good women out there, but the number of good women out there is so small when you compare it to the number of bad women out there. I I don't know if I should apologize to use the word bad. Honestly,
In
I don't know
advance.
if I should apologize.
Yes, for peace sake.
Do you understand? So
Mhm.
because let me give a simple example. Have you been
Please,
to
please.
have you been to apps like Tinder, apps like
Mm-hmm.
Bingo? What kind of
Okay.
women do we see there?
I thought Bingo was the name of a dog.
Bingo used to be the name of a dog, but
No, Bingo is not the name of a dog. Bingo is the name of an app. Anybody that is on this life should go to Bingo and see the kind of women that are there. Are those the kind of women we want to get married to? Okay?
please,
Are those the kind of women?
if you know bingo and you're on the chat, type 000. Sorry, if you don't know
And
it, sorry, type 000. If you know it, type
I'm definitely
111.
sure. I'm definitely sure someone will come and say, are they not men? Is it not men that patronize them? If there are no ladies showing themselves on Bingo, would you see men there? No, you won't.
So wait.
Do you understand?
So Toby, are you trying to say that women are the cause of this problem?
So you're trying to say, let me rephrase that question. So you're trying to say that if women don't show up on bingo, there will be no men there.
Exactly. What will you go and do there? Are you
Wow.
gay? Will you go and start showing yourself? No, you won't. Do you understand? Then this also ties up to my next point. Sex is everywhere. Okay.
Oh,
One of the big needs of a man is peace of mind and sex. So if I can find sex everywhere and there are bad quality of women with bad characters out there, please excuse me. Why should I get married?
Wow.
Do you understand? I can get sex anywhere. And the quality of women out there is deteriorating. We go on TikTok. Go on TikTok and find the kind of women that are there. Where do I even start from? Women that will not appreciate the little things men do for them. And there was a trend one time, and they shout, men would give women money for stuff, and the next thing they'll go on social media and you'll be hearing them shout, is it for Gary? Is it for Dodo? Is it for Eba? But give that same amount of money you're giving to this girl, give it to your mom, and see the kind of prayer she will give to you. And lately somebody came up on social media and I was saying something that since your mother will bless you when you give her money, go and meet your mother now and collect I won't want to say the word, a style
Just
of
try. He
sex
was
from her.
trending.
Ah,
It was
oh my
trending.
Do
goodness,
you
It was
that's
understand?
trending.
terrible.
This is a lady coming out to say this, but nobody's talking about it. But everybody will jump on to attack a man for being for being violent at home. But nobody's talking about the kind of women we are raising out there now. The kind of women that are there. Yes, I'm not saying there are no good women out there. They are. But compared to the number of bad character women out there, God have mercy.
Wow.
So
So
if
this
I'm go ahead.
So
I'm
finish
just
your
trying to
point.
conclude for now. I'm just trying to conclude for now. My next point will range between double standards from women, lack of women understanding men. I wouldn't want to go into that. I'll talk about that later on.
It's as
Toby, be calming down.
becoming
We
a
will,
beg.
we
It's as
will
if
take you off now, but I will personally invite you back before we close the
wow.
show because I don't think if any leg is still remaining on this our table.
I'm looking for the top self. So because wait. So he has said a number of things. First of all, traditional, and you see that this problem is not only women or men that are causing it. I mean, the society itself. Some people that are sitting down in different, should I call it, homes or villages, and are insisting that the amount of money that must be paid is this much, and you must settle all the youths and settle all these people before you can get married. This is part of the problem, and he has mentioned that. So tradition is part of the issue. It's not the tradition itself is not a problem, but when you now start allowing inflation to be a factor in tradition, then you're complicating matters, especially when you're not paying attention to the fact that a number of people who are trying to settle down are young. The society itself, is challenged with unemployment and so many other things. So when you now see somebody who has managed to even have small money to the point that he can even think of getting married and settling down, you now come and tell him your bride price is 1 million. What are you really saying? You're saying don't get married. You're saying go and have get the girl pregnant and then we won't have any choice. We'll give her to you. These are things that are being subtly said. Anyway, he also mentioned sex is everywhere. It is unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
So before, way back, it was something that you knew you would have access to when you get married. But now it's everywhere. And
There's
so
an
people are
app.
saying
There's app.
the apps for it. And people are saying, why do I need to? Why do I need to get married if
So
I can
it's
get it?
so it's almost as if the thing that is precious in marriage has been publicized and made common commodity.
Yes, and the interesting thing, like he's saying, if you go to bingo and Tinder
Bingo
and stuff like
and
that,
Tinder,
it's because
yeah.
ladies are there. That's why guys are there. Okay, and the fact is, eventually, it is ladies. Some of these ladies will also want to settle down, but you sowed some seeds in the past, and now you want to settle down. Some of the people you hooked are still on that app looking for the newest
in fact,
entrant.
Let me see me like this as I am. I only found out about some of these apps last week. So, and since I found the apps, I was asking, is it possible that the people that are on this app are people that we know, like regular guys and regular ladies, or they are people that are imported and just showing up on this app? Barbie, one of our staff said, see, I see one babe for road. I see her for bingo. So in other words, bottom line, these are regular guys. And regular guys go there to meet regular ladies. Interestingly, we put out a poll to on the channel to say, would you have a serious relationship with someone that you met on a social app? Interestingly, 57% of the votes said yes. So that if I meet someone on a social app like Tinder, I can have a serious relationship with them, notwithstanding where we met.
In CM, some of these apps were set up with good intentions, right? I know that some were also set up with wrong intentions, but it's possible for somebody to go on that app and treat it as an objective platform and look out for what they want, right? What they want. Because I don't tell me, I don't know what you say about this, but I don't believe that everybody who goes to these apps goes and starts misbehaving or showing off too much assets. I would like to believe that you will get there and find a few people who are just putting in basic information, reasonable information.
I beg to disagree. When the staff when my staff brought bingo to my office, because I had to request when they brought in bingo to the office, Babi, they scrolled for like 30 seconds with me pleading the blood of Jesus as we go along. I didn't find one reasonable.
All right.
I didn't find one reasonable one.
So maybe that's not the place to go if you're looking for somebody to settle down with.
So
if it looks like it's
all.
all.
But before we go,
Yeah.
Babi, I need to get some comments. Please, there's some comments on IG. You can take the
Yes.
comments on IG. I'll take the comments on YouTube.
Okay,
right?
so I just want to quickly go through this one from Official Enjoy. Hi, Joy. She says, perhaps tall, rich, dark, and handsome versus fair lady, big Arsenal, and Manchester.
Yes, now
has become a prior. Oh, so before ladies were saying tall, rich, dark, and handsome. Now guys are saying fair, big Arsenal, and Manchester. Okay, so character, godliness, and integrity is rarely held in high esteem. Thank you so much, Official Enjoy, for that comment. Really, really serious. It's like the flip, right? Before it was ladies defining, we want tall, dark, and handsome.
Guys now too are saying we want.
Now
like,
guys are saying they want their own. And
Just like that- just
unfortunately,
like that
their
guy.
own is
Yes.
readily available on apps.
Their own is readily available on
And
apps.
like Jimoski said, they go and get lost in the market.
So why
And they
did
don't come out again.
Why did they
Because they continue browsing.
why did they have to go and marry if the thing is on app?
So-
but let me take some comments from Facebook and YouTube. Where do I even start from? I said the comment is burning up.
We're taking Helen's comments. Okay,
yes.
Grace.
Let's take Grace. Grace says there's also a lack of quality men too.
Okay, and then her next comment is
And her
another
next
one.
comment is who they small women self where them go say is hard to find. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Sorry. Maybe you can post again. Mohammed says, Mohammed Alisim, women have a lot of wahala. Nigerian women own wahala. Don't even tire devil. What? Damn.
That's
Bro. So the guy is actually right. The things my gender do in this generation, sometimes me self, they shame. I be woman.
Shame say I be woman.
And the shame say I be woman. Grace says, who are these women
Doing these things for?
These things
So it
for?
is
that's the flip side of what
right? Call and response. Somebody is offering, someone is receiving. So it takes two, like they say. So you can't put the blame on one person. If all the women showed up on Tinder and no guy showed up, maybe they would have shut down the app.
They would have shut down the app. But
So that's the other side, right? Everyone, both genders have to take responsibility for what's going on.
See, Peace says guys want to test, but it's still you guys that badmouth women that most women don't have quality again. Because they've tested the quality.
They've tested all now, and then by the time they are getting to the next one, they now find out you're not even the first.
Yeah.
So maybe guys are beginning to be disappointed, because back in the day you could say, "Oh, I found I'm the first person," and then you find out, like that guy said, you are probably number 20.
Number 40. Helen answers again to say testing is allowed, and you guys will say you want quality women. When both of you enjoyed yourselves, the woman takes the blame. Why?
Because there's evidence for her now, and this is why, because a guy can come to you and tell you nothing has ever happened before. How will you know?
You can't tell.
There's no physical proof or evidence that you will say, okay, truly nothing has ever happened before. But for women, there's a sign. There's a way someone can tell that, hey, you have been down that road many times. And in some cases, you have had complications, you have dealt with the complications. In some cases, you are almost considered as damaged goods because some of the complications were long-lasting and life-altering, And then you come and you show up. And of course, the guy is going to come and say quality products. The quality has dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Grace says, I just want to cry. Grace, I'm sorry. It's the reality that guys are
So
seeing.
she said once she joined the group. Can you see? Have you seen that one?
Wait, also, what is this? Men are confused. The major problem is this issue. Peace says, even in the Bible, we had prostitutes. So on Bingo and Tinder, they are selling
Their
their
market.
market.
It's your
It's your choice to go and marry them.
Yes, because you see, just like you have this place where you see there's a concentration of women who are not getting it right, or a concentration of men who have gotten lost shopping in the market and are no longer talking about getting married. You can also find a concentration of good women in some other places. So really, where are you looking? When you say I can't find good women, where are you looking? Maybe you need to change your circle and find where the good women are. And for women who are out there saying all the good guys are taken, where are you looking? Where are you going? Who is in your circle? Maybe you need to change something about where you are.
We have people in the backstage. We have Helen and Jimoski. We are probably going to bring 2 or 3 of you up together at the same time. But there's this comment that caught my attention. Mohammed says, Uncle Kingsley Bat, the problem is not the cost of bride price. Rather, the question should be, what are we buying? How can I spend millions on a lady who has been messing around with multiple guys? Is this issue? This issue is what are we buying? This issue is what I buy. Once I joined a group that was organized for a picnic, a guy took my number and came to my DM and said, "Do you do hookup?" This wasn't a dating app. It was a group opened as just to have a proper event. Yes, we know a lot of women have messed themselves up. So because the place know the red meter. Because the place know the red meter, I think guys don't mess themselves. Okay, because the place know the read meter. Okay, I think guys don't mess themselves. That's what you're saying, Bobby. That's what you're saying just now. Women, we can't do anything about this problem. The society already made us causes, symptoms, disadvantages, advantages, guidelines. I give up. So Grace is saying that he thinks women are disadvantaged. But Grace, interestingly, we also have guys that think they are disadvantaged. They have asked that we take a break, 30-second break. After the break, we are going to come back with Jimoski, Helen, and Mayowa. They are all backstage. We are going to come back with them, and we're going to take from there.
If you know the jackpot, better get your PVC. Something hot is here. 50,000 naira. That's the cash prize for the person who wins the Jackpot PVC Dance Challenge.
Unayera, yes, all you need to do is create a 30 seconds to 1 minute dance video and upload it using the hashtag Jackpot PVC Challenge, and you can stand a chance to go home with 50,000 naira.
Remember, my handle is at Anietie Bature. That's ANIETIE Bature, BATURE.
Yeah, lead dance, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let the best dance win. Get your business.
Yeah, and we changed it to let the best act
Let
win,
the best
right?
act win.
So it doesn't have to be just
yes,
dance.
the Jackpot
So the
PVC
Jackpot
Dance
PVC
Challenge is still on, and we are opening it up to creative acts because we've gotten people requesting and saying,
Not
you
just
people
dance.
you are marginalizing us.
Because
Those
we
of
can't
us,
dance.
yes, because we can't dance. So if you're up for it, there's a link in the description below. You can click the link and you can see more information about it. But do your dance or go back to the video and watch it and do your creativity, do the challenge, and you stand the chance of winning 50,000 naira. Back here. Yes.
So if you like what's happening here, please go ahead and like the show, like the post on YouTube, on IG, on Facebook. Yes,
and
please.
share the link.
Share the link so other people can join.
They never begin the charge yet for sharing. Yes,
they haven't. They don't even need to be your friends. Don't necessarily need to be online right now. You know, they can always come later on and watch it. So I mean, this is really good stuff because guys are telling us the reasons why they are not settling down, the reasons why they are not getting married. And for women who have been asking, guys don't show up when we plan events. Guys don't come for the singles weekend. Guys don't. You're hearing some of the reasons now. And you can start to look at their changes I need to make as a woman. And for guys, you also need to check, are there mindsets I need to change, because you're looking at people who have said different things, and you're wondering, apart from just observing what's going on, could there also be a mindset thing? Because there's a way you are expecting things to be a certain way, and that becomes your reality.
That becomes
When
your
there
reality.
is also the alter or the alternate
Please
reality.
remind me before we close. I'll
Yeah.
share something I learned from psychology. Right? Just remind me about that before we close.
All right.
About this mindset thing, relationship. But I have to take the guys that are backstage, and I'm bringing all of you up at once. We are going to let the ladies go first. Or Jimoski, do you want to go first? Jimoski, can you hear me? Jimoski,
I can hear you. No, they said ladies before gentlemen. No, we girls are very gentle, so she should go ahead.
All right, Helen,
Alright.
please take the floor.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm
Good
already
evening.
feeling threatened. It feels like I'm the only girl that wants to speak up here, but that's notwithstanding. Yeah, I've been online and I've seen a lot of comments and I've also contributed. So I would want to ask the men now, you guys say you want quality women. Are you people of good quality to us? Do you think that we are
Yes,
trash?
yes.
That we don't also need quality men in our lives? That's the first point. Now, talking about prioritizing a quality woman. Now, it boils down to who you are as a person, a man in this case now. Who you are as a person has to is what has to be in play for you to be able to search for the quality woman that you're looking for. Now, if you have good quality, I believe you're not supposed to be on Bingo, Tinder, and the rest for you to find a good quality of woman that you're looking for. So let's leave the apps that women are actually showcasing their body and the rest of the thing. Yes, everybody has the right to choose whichever lifestyle he or she wants to choose. So you as a man that is looking for quality, why don't you go to the church? Or better still, you look for them in the workplaces, banks, institutions, and so you have them. A lot of decent places where you can find women. So let's stop putting the blame on women that we don't have quality. What about the men? I, for one, would not want to settle down with a man that does not have quality. Then that's point one. Now, my second point is, can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead.
You must want to respond to something, right?
Me too, I have to respond, though.
Let you finish there. Let you finish.
Yeah, I thought somebody wanted to respond to me.
No, when you are
do you
done.
want to finish your point,
Yes,
or do
sir,
you
I
want
can hear
to
you.
respond first? Helen, can you hear us?
Okay. So the second point has to do with let's just say that the country, so to say, or Nigeria that we have found ourselves inside, have actually put a big pressure on everyone. All right, because in the sense that the women are looking for ways to survive, while the men also are also looking for ways to survive. So I would say that, or to conclude that these issues are actually coming from both ways. The man has to have the sense of responsibility before he or she before he wants to settle down in marriage, because marriage is not just a bed of roses. Marriage is not something that you just say, okay, I like this girl, yeah, I'm gonna marry. No, it's not like that. The man has to be ready for responsibilities that comes with marriage. That is what a lot of ladies are also afraid of, because when the man is not up to or doesn't have the responsibility that a lady wants, she would be scared. Yes. So these things now comes in between the ladies and the men. We are all fighting. Everybody they find money. Man they find money. Woman they find money. So we should all settle in between and find where is very comfortable for you and where is amiable for you to just put in yourself and forge ahead and get married, because nobody is getting any younger. So that your children will not be like you are 20, you're 40 and your child is coming up at the age of 15. Come on, when you grow, who is going to take, when you get older, who is going to take care of those children? Thank you. That's my point.
Thank you.
Helen, can I ask you a question? Helen, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Please,
sir.
the
Tell
most.
him. Yeah, it's
Ellen,
me, Jimoski.
Ellen, I also have a
Okay,
question for you.
why you were talking? Why you were talking? You were emphasizing mostly on the financial aspect. Why?
See, bros, you don't get anybody when you like money. Do you get? Finances, eh? Finances is part of what makes the marriage stand. Now, let me break it down to you. Now, you love your wife. For example, you're married. You love your wife, right? Now,
Yes.
you passed by on the street and then you saw something that you could have bought for your wife. Oh, this thing for fits my wife. But you don't get that money to acquire that thing. You will still come back to the house and still be giving the lady excuse. Some men,
I have a question.
Igbo men to be specific, they don't like
Hey,
their women working.
don't mention the trap. Don't mention the trap, please. We are online.
What?
So wait, sorry, Ellen, please, can I ask you a question? Please, this
Go
question has
ahead.
always been on my mind to ask
Go
any
ahead.
lady. All right, it's just
Go
a
ahead.
series of questions, and seriously, from a sincere part of my heart. Now, question number one: do we have
Yeah.
women who join men to do armed robbery?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And also join
We
men to do
have
Yahoo.
and join men to
Yes.
do Yahoo. Okay, good.
Yes.
Thank you very
And
much. Do we have men who dominate a particular app doing prostitution?
no.
Yes, we have.
Which
Which app,
what the name of the
please?
app? What's the name of the app?
What's
They
the name of
have,
the
I
app?
don't know the name of the app, but I
That
know
mean
back
You
then
should
in
know.
school,
that mean you're not
while I was
sure.
You
in
should know
school,
the app.
no, hold on.
You should
While I
know.
was in
You should
school,
know.
yeah,
That means you're not
I
sure.
had a neighbor in school that was the two of them, they were twins. They were when I say prostitute, I mean prostitutes. Yes, they have a particular website that they go on that they get contact of sugar mummies that calls them for, okay, let's say, would
That's
that
not
one be booty
This
prostitution.
calls
It's
and
is
the
this
rest?
is
So
connection.
this is
men
one
also
That's
this
not
is one out
prostitution.
of
It's
many.
connection.
This is one
Guys,
out
let's
of
be
many
civil,
men.
let's be
Okay,
civil, please.
this is one out of many men that you're talking about. Should I say this is one out of 10
it's
or
not
one out
out
of
of
5?
many men. It's not.
Okay,
But
this
if
is
I want
if
to,
you
getting
I want
want
to
hot.
to,
talk to, I want to
That's
talk to everybody's talking.
connection.
Okay,
That's
Let me
okay,
talk.
connection.
okay, guys,
It's not
guys,
prostitution.
Let
That's
me talk.
connection.
hello.
Hello, Mayowa.
Yeah, we
This
are
is
with you,
getting hot.
Mr. Bad.
Can I
Yes,
say my
yes,
own? All of you are talking,
this is
say so.
getting hot. This is getting hot.
My one wants to say his own.
Maya wants to
Mayowa, go
say his
ahead.
own. This is
I
going
want to say your own, and then
okay. Okay, Maya wants to
So
say your
this
own,
is
and
my
then
own.
we
I'm on
can
the balance side for
yeah.
everybody, right? The reason why we are
Uh-huh.
having like this crazy outburst of female prostitutes is because of, maybe let me just say, the state of the country. So like if
Yeah.
things are bad, things are getting expensive, people want to acquire stuff that they are seeing online, everyone wants to use the
Oh,
latest iPhone. If you're a guy,
yeah.
Mm.
you don't have a job, like you have the option of doing Yahoo. Like if we are talking about like bad, like just the bad counsel that you could take. But a lady,
Yeah.
you want to use the best phones, you want to go to the best clubs and spend, if you spend 50,000 naira at a club, that is half my salary for the month, and you want to be able to live that kind of life. The only way you can do that is to go into prostitution. That's why we are having this male advent. You are seeing ladies living on the island. Like house rent on the island is running into millions. How do they sustain that kind of lifestyle? It's by all this prostitution. That's why we are having all these things. So
And
please,
the guy that is trying to look for the lady is on the mainland.
And, yeah,
It is
he's
the
on the
guy.
mainland because he knows
you find out
working for
you
one
find out
day.
you find out that lady that is collecting 30,000 naira, they are holding your house phone or 120K. How come? It's magic.
Okay. Can I say something? I
All
want to
right,
also
please.
ask the first speaker a question. Now, you asked me if women follow men to do robbery. Now,
Yeah.
I want to ask, why can't men stick to one woman?
no,
Yeah.
how does that relate
Why
now?
can't
Wait
they
now.
stay with one woman? Because what is actually causing
Guys. Let's not answer. Wait,
what is
guys,
actually
please.
causing the commotion here is that a man would want to, patronizing those ladies that live the big lifestyle in Lagos, because I don't reside in Lagos, I reside in Delta State, Warri. So now those people that are living the big lifestyle, they get men to sponsor them. So why are the men sponsoring those women? Why don't you just look for one girl and relax with that one girl?
because you cannot get all you need from one
sorry,
girl.
sorry to hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
There's
Hold
nothing
on.
wrong in helping. There's nothing wrong in helping. And most time when you help a
You're not
lady,
helping.
most time when you help a lady,
Helping.
the only thing
No,
the
no,
only
no.
thing she
Wait.
has to give you in return. The
Hey
only thing she
God.
has to give in return is her body. Most time when you help a lady, the only thing she has to give in return is her body, and that's how
No, I
why
stand
that's how
to
you know.
correct you, sir. I stand to correct you. Please say
Honestly
some
speaking,
women. Some
okay,
Listen,
some
women.
women,
listen,
It's
sorry,
not all
some
women
women
that
when you help
have
them,
just their
some
body to
women when you
give to
help
you,
them,
please.
they
Sorry.
have
Can I
they
answer?
go.
Yes.
Can I answer this question? Can I
all
answer
right,
this question,
I'm
please?
raising my
In
hand
all
to say,
sincerity, can I answer this? Please, can I answer this question? Can I answer this question?
Yes,
we need
yes.
to
Answer, please.
Please,
Answer.
wait.
sir,
Hold
please
on, Toby.
let me just answer this
Toby, before you
question.
answer, hold on.
Okay.
This is why it's called breaking the table
Mm,
series,
mm.
right? Because there are a lot of tables that are crashing, but we need to begin to tie it down and to round up. So there's somebody that has been backstage that hasn't spoken. We want to hear your voice. George, you have been backstage, you've just been listening. You are like a gentleman. You haven't said anything. Please, George, can we hear your voice?
Hi, good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, it's the voice for
Good
me.
evening.
A coded voice.
I've been enjoying
Joy,
I,
Joy, you there for bedroom? Are you there for bedroom?
I,
Or something is on top of you.
Hey!
I beg you, I beg
Oh,
you,
something
get
is
out
on
of
top of
my
you. It's the table for me.
I beg you.
Okay, George, please go ahead.
Just go ahead.
I've just been enjoying the whole series and argument and discussions, and it's been enlightening. Um, I like the questions that have come up, but I think that we've deviated from the question of why are guys not getting married. We have gone so far into why are girls doing what they are doing. Um,
Mm.
so I think uh, there's a lot of reasons why many people do what they do, or why guys decide to get married. Some people might not have found their missing rib. Some people are not searching enough. Some people are in the waiting season. Some people are thinking about the financial implication of marriage. People like me. Some people are thinking about other factors. So it's okay to just put them together and then see reason with everybody. Because at the end
Hmm.
of the day, I think it's not just the burden of the guys alone, because the girls are still like a determining factor, especially the financial part. That
George, please allow me to ask you a very straight question because you have been sounding very diplomatic, like a diplomatic guy. George, why you never marry?
I don't talk my own now. I say we dey think about the financial implication. It's not
Financial
something we run
implication.
into. So
Yeah.
marriage is not just something you wake up and then decide to put somebody's daughter under your roof to be drinking
Hmm.
Gary, right?
Somebody's daughter.
Uh, at the end of the day, like me now, if I come back from work and I don't even I don't think of what to eat, I can sleep that night. Not that somebody will tap me by 10 o'clock and say, how far we have not eaten this night. I mean, now,
So that means
The
it's not just
responsibility.
George, if I'm hearing you clearly, there's the financial
Mm.
responsibility, but there's also the peace of mind for
Mm,
the level of life where you are. So
mm.
you are
That's
saying that at the stage
responsibility
where I
now.
did
That's
now.
lack of responsibility
so,
for the guys.
so
Ah,
Now the guy is understanding
no.
That lack
himself
of
now.
How that lack of responsibility
like,
now?
I
The
feel
guy
like,
knows his financial capacity and he said he doesn't want
I
to go
think,
into it,
yeah.
and you're calling it financial. No, now, Ellie, no.
I feel
Okay,
like
That's it.
okay.
So,
But you
so
want
at
to say
this
something?
stage of
I
life,
Sorry.
I think it is. I think it is um maturity, right?
Mm.
And some
Exactly.
degree of responsibility for you to analyze your life and see that at this point, right, I cannot be responsible for another person,
Mm.
right? So
mm,
for somebody in this kind of situation, if you were to talk about marriage, it would be possible if you find somebody, right, that agrees that we're going to do this together. you're not going to be completely responsible for me. Because the fact is, sometimes I feel like men don't even make an attempt because they are feeling that the whole load is going to be on their heads. But there are
I
women who are telling you, I can take care of myself. In fact, I can take care of the number of children that we decide to have. So if it is money, we can do this together. You're a good guy. I love you. Let's do this. But some men won't even take a step, won't even approach because they're thinking, if I marry you now, I have to take care of you, I have to take care of all the children we have, I have to pay rent, I have to do school.
Yes, you're
I
very
can't
correct,
do it.
ma'am.
What
Is it
happened
our
to
fault?
exploring the option of doing life
a
with
point.
somebody rather
And
than feeling like, oh, I am the one who has to do everything? And then because of that, you just put your life on hold
Okay, guys.
and so
Let,
on.
let, let us take 30 seconds from each person because
I have to wrap this
we
up
have to
now.
wrap this up. I will
Please, can
start
I
with
start before
Jimus.
my
30
battery?
seconds.
Let me start before my battery dies. My battery is about to die. Please, let me just.
Toby, 30 seconds.
All right. So, 30 seconds. This is me trying to answer the question Helen posed as to why men are not satisfied with one woman. Personally, I might be wrong. Though. The reason I feel men are not satisfied with one woman is in a way because outside indiscipline of the man, women do not take out time to understand their man and as such give them what they want. Every man has what they want. Every man, there's something a man wants. Leave the generic, leave the men as come, leave the men are cheat.
All right.
Your man, there is something your
30
man
seconds up.
wants. There's something your man
30
wants,
seconds,
so give
Toby.
it to him.
Yes, we've gotten your
We've got to
point.
your point.
Thank you so much, Toby.
Thank you so much,
Women
Toby.
need to understand their men to be
Men,
able to give them what they
what they
want so
want.
that they will be happy and they don't need to look outside. Thank you very much, Toby. Now, who's the next?
Jimoski,
30
30
seconds.
seconds.
Okay.
Jiboski, are you going next?
Okay, Jimoski must have dropped out.
Okay.
Okay.
Closing thoughts.
Yes, I'm still with you guys. I will wrap it up by saying that we should all decide personally what you want before you think about going into marriage. Because I would say again, marriage is not a bed of roses. And the
It's not for
country
boys.
now is hard for
Mm.
everybody. So nobody wants to suffer. Everybody wants a good life. So both partners are supposed to be financially okay in a way. At least you are working for you to make it work. That's me. That's me.
Mm.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you for coming on the
Thank
show.
you very much,
And
Helen.
you
No
held your
problem.
ground with 4 guys. You are a strong woman, Helen. We applaud you.
Thank you
We
very
applaud
much,
you.
sir.
Well done.
And George, you have any closing thoughts?
Closing thought. I just feel like when everybody there's a man for every woman, there's a woman for every man. When for me personally, let me speak for myself. When you get to the point where you feel like you're emotionally, financially, and mentally matured to take on the responsibility of taking another person's daughter in particular as a, let me not use the word burden, but as a companion. And then with that, you know that there is going to be kids in the equation. So you are not just taking another person's daughter, you are bringing in other human beings into the world.
Responsibilities.
But you get to that point where you can really take responsibility for the life of another person, especially for the men. Until you get to that point where you can really take responsibility for the life of another person, I don't think
Don't talk about marriage.
you should not be thinking about marriage.
All right.
Thank you very
so
much, George.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
George.
very much, George.
Okay.
Bobby, it's looking like we have to continue this conversation next week. So maybe we'll take some part of it before we end because there's a conversation for next week. We're still on this Breaking the Table series, right? So, but this one looks like it's going. I have peace. You have 1 minute. Peace, can you hear us? Peace, can you
Yes,
hear
I
us?
can hear you. Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening,
evening.
Peace. You eventually made it. You're not going to make it. You said you were not going to make it before, but eventually made it. Please, let's hear your mind for 1 minute.
Yes.
But you, please, I hope you've heard what the
I
guys have
am
said.
vexed.
The
I
guys are
need
saying
to
a
air
lot of
my
things.
opinion.
Yes.
Okay, so 1 minute. Go.
Okay, this is it. Every guy is saying women are messed up, they are doing this, they are doing that. The fact that the fact that they read meter doesn't mean guys too are not messed up. Now it's left for you to make your choice if you want to be with this particular lady or you want to be with this particular guy. You don't say women are messed up because they do a lot of things. We have guys too that are gigolos. It's not just ladies, it's not just women. We have guys who they pay to have sex with women. It's not just women that go around on Tinder and every other thing. So it's your choice to follow whoever you want to follow. And most guys, they are confused. They don't know what they want. Exactly what that guy said. You see this one big past the one where I get to. You want to follow this one. It is wrong. You follow who you want, follow who your heart says you should follow. Most guys are they're scared of commitment actually. If you cannot commit to a person, it will be difficult for you to pick who you want to get married to. If you
Good
cannot
point.
commit
Good
to a
point.
All
Good
right.
point.
person, it will be very difficult.
You
And
can't commit to a person.
consistency matters a lot.
So this is
Consistency
a this is
matters
the
a
point
lot.
of
If things like that, if things like that,
yeah.
if you don't
Your
have
one
things
minute
like that, in
lasted
fact,
well.
with God, sef, it's God that will help you to pick who you want to get married to. So all
All
these
Please,
right.
women
please.
Thank
are messed up and this thing, please stop, guys. Stop
No,
saying
no, but you see, this conversation started with guys. I think they saying that women lack quality is their response to men as scum. Do you understand? And so I think that's where it's
Okay.
coming from. But in
but it's
response
the
to you,
truth. Not all men though, but some men.
thank you. That's why this. So when they say women lack quality, maybe it's not all women too, right? So Stephen said something in the chat. He said, "Our women are not contented. Most of you ladies want qualities of a married man in a single guy."
Interesting. So
Please, you can hear you hear that. That's a very valid statement. Most women are looking for the qualities of
I
a married
disagree
man.
with him.
Ah, okay. So please, you know what's going to happen? We're going to move
I
this
disagree.
conversation. We're going to move this conversation to next week because our time is gone. Our producer has said we have exceeded the our time slot,
yeah.
and that's because we started just a few minutes later than usual. But we will take this conversation to next week, and we will bring it forward, and we will drill down to this matter. We are breaking the tables this day, and today has been a phenomenal one. Thank you for your comments. Thank you
Thank you,
for
please.
coming
Yes,
up,
and
please.
thank you everyone that has
Thank you
shared
for
today.
everyone that has shared today.
But I think one thing that really stands out as we bring this to a close is that people have their own thoughts about different things, their own mindsets. You said I should remind you, mindsets about the issue of women or men. What is the mindset and how is it affecting your decisions? And how is it affecting even the conclusions that you come to? So you think a certain way and you say, because of that, I am not going to get married. But could it be that you're missing out on something just because of your mindset or because of what you are thinking?
That's the thing I asked you to remind me
Yes.
about. In psychology, we did a study, right? We did a research. And the results of the research showed that. So, what happened was that, and this is our closing thoughts. What happened was that they took a group of people, a group of men, right, and showed them some adult movie, right? Showed them 6 adult movies back to back. They took another set of men and showed them normal movies, regular movies, back to back. And then they did an analysis and they asked the people that they showed adult movies, right? They asked them a question about women. And interestingly, 87% of the guys that they showed the adult movie actually answered as if a larger population of the women are promiscuous. They asked the same question to the other set of guys that they showed normal movies, and their response was as though women in general are divided, as in they are not promiscuous, they have different. Do you understand? So the conclusion from that research was that whatever you are exposed to forms the majority of your mentality. Right.
So in other words, you should be careful what you are watching.
So
be careful what you're ingesting.
So in other words, if you are ingesting a lot of filth or crap, you will assume that a great majority of the people are like that, especially if it is the opposite gender. So that's something that stuck out to me, you know. And in this conversation, it's something that also sticks out. And you find out that there are different perspectives, they are different, but the bottom line, we must come to that bottom line to say, what are people consuming? What are people exposing themselves?
Yes, and while you're considering what it is that you have been taking in that is affecting your point of view, know that it's not all bad out there.
Yeah,
there's good in our world. There's good in our country.
There are good ladies.
There's good everywhere. There
There
are
are
good
good
ladies.
guys.
There are good guys. There are good marriages. There are good homes. You know, in fact, there are good. You'll find good in every place, and just like you'll find bad. So decide what you want to find and focus on it. Pay attention to the good that is around you, and you will find that you will begin to find more good. So think about it. I think this is a good place for us to
wrap
sign
it
up
up.
for today.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you for
being with us
everyone
on
that has stayed
IG.
with us.
Thank you.
Yes,
Facebook, YouTube. Please share, and
Share.
remember, common sense
is not so common. Let's see you again next week. We'll continue this conversation. This table shake. In fact, we don't even have table again. Yeah, the table has gone. But
good night.
Good night, and thanks for having us. Right.
This one, na clarion call to all the brothers and sisters within this country. Naija. Now our land. Now we go save am. You know the dapper. Better get your PVC.